Yo, y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. It's BFF. It's BFFLB. And you know the song. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without some dope content to step to. So here it go right here. Y'all know me. Y'all know what I represent. We push the black family, the effing family, and we push the black father perspective and unity and all of the above. I gotta touch back on, if y'all been paying attention and y'all been rocking with me like I hope y'all have, y'all know one of my first videos was about young Karmelo Anthony from Texas. He was involved in a situation where he had to unalive another young team, Austin Metcalf. Karmelo is now facing 35 years to life. That's what he was sentenced. His trial's been going on for a little over more than a year now. And yeah, they came to a verdict to where they found Karmelo guilty. And I just want to touch base on that. Y'all know that was like a very sensitive subject because, like I said, I got young black male teens. Well, actually, not anymore. I actually have, they're in their 20s now. But I have a young black female teen, and she's still in high school. And this is her environment. These are kids of her peers, of her age. And I need to know how to navigate certain situations that may occur. And I want them to know how to navigate certain situations that may occur. But with this Karmelo Anthony situation, Karmelo unalived young Austin Metcalf, in which he claimed self-defense. So if you haven't followed up on the story and you're not familiar with it, Karmelo how can I say this? I want to be politically correct on my channel when I say things. So Austin Metcalf and his brother were accused of bullying young Karmelo Anthony. Karmelo Anthony at a school track meet they had, school event, he felt that he needed to defend himself against one of the brothers who, for whatever reason, was trying to forcibly move him from an area in which was a public area, from what from my information. Karmelo, not wanting to be forcibly removed from a place, defended himself, or felt that he was in harm or in danger rather, and he defended himself. The way he defended himself, he chose to pick up an object and he impaled young Austin Metcalf in the chest, resulting to him being unalived. Now, Austin is no longer with us. Karmelo has been dealing with this situation, like I said, for over a year. And these are some of the things that, now that his verdict has been casted, these are some of the things that I had to sit back and try to see if these were taken into consideration during his trial. So like, I had like one thought I thought about was, did Texas meet the total standard for self-defense? Meaning, the defense argued that Karmelo believed he was in danger, right? And that's why he chose to defend himself the way he did, using what he chose to defend himself with, right? The prosecutors argued that the use of deadly force was not justified in this case. So that's kind of where I'm not torn, because I don't think deadly force needed to be used, but I'm in the headspace of, when you're outnumbered and you're outsized, what do you go to? You know what I mean? Like, that's just like, and I don't even want to compare Karmelo to an animal, but any animal who's backed into a corner will use any means it has of survival. That's pretty much how I'm going to leave that one. But the third thing was, the jury rejected the whole self-defense cause that was filed and they wind up filing a non-guilty verdict against Karmelo. Now, it's two things. Like I said, I just used the whole animal backed against the wall or trying to survive. I use that as an example. Karmelo is a 17-year-old kid, you know what I mean? And if you watched my videos from before, I told you in my environment, where I'm from, my neighborhood, survival is everything. And we really have a diverse, as far as, not diverse as far as, I don't have a lot of white families. There's not a lot of white Caucasians in my area or in my community, but there is a very diverse mixture of other cultures. So like, we've been coexisting with other cultures, and I mean, everybody has their problems, but for some reason, like this cult, like the temperature when it comes to the white and the black, it's still in the caveman days, like in the freaking like in the cotton picking days. Like, we're still there for whatever reason, and that's killing me. Like, people have not yet learned to grasp living together, coexisting, like, and it's resulting in young teenagers losing their lives. And this is, I'm putting this on Karmelo's parents. Like I said before, like, this is on Karmelo's parents, and this is on Austin's parents. Like, and I'm not saying you guys did a bad job raising your kids, I'm not saying that, but like, we got to have more sit downs and explain. I don't know what the temperature when it comes to race and culture is going on in you guys' households, but it's not good, because it's to the point to where Austin, he felt the need to physically try to remove this kid for whatever reason. And I'm not going to say maybe Karmelo being black didn't play a role in the situation. Maybe he just didn't like Karmelo for whatever reason, or whatever. Maybe it was a school thing. Maybe it was a turf thing, neighborhood thing. Who knows what really played the fact in this situation. But I know one kid is facing life in prison and the other kid isn't here. Like, that's the end result of that. And then, like, us as parents, we don't ever want to see our kids deceased. So like, are we taking the time and putting in good stock into our kids to make sure they're leaving, when they leave our eyesight, we know that they're not out there acting a damn fool, or they're not out there trying to cause harm to another person in the name of, I don't like you, or you shouldn't be over here, or this is my turf, or whatever the case may be. Like, is the life really worth that? Are we really doubling down on our kids to ensure the future? Like, because it's looking like self-extinction right now. I wanted to also talk about the importance of the two families, the impact it has on them. Like I just mentioned, like, we don't have an Austin anymore, and he was a twin, so his brother, he'll be missing him. And I know twins have a special bonds. Parents, we love our children. You can never get over the loss of your child. You know what I mean? And Karmelo, he's facing a lengthy jail sentence. Like, he's 18 years old. He turned 18 years old. He's facing 35 years to life over a very poor decision. And that's how I got to label that. Like, it's a very poor decision. Like, Karmelo was actually in harm's way. He had to be for that situation to go down. Like, but like the jury said, was it justified for him to use deadly force? That's what we got to sit back, and whether you're black, white, purple, whatever you are, you got to sit back and think about that. Because my first reaction was self-defense. Like, you cannot label, or you cannot tell someone how to defend themselves when they feel like they're in a threat, right? But then you got to look at it. Like, did you really have to unalive the person? You know what I mean? Like, that's where you got to give thought into this situation. And I don't think Karmelo, honestly, I really think he made a poor decision. I think he made a poor decision by introducing a foreign weapon into the situation. Even if he did, he shouldn't have used it in the manner he used it. Because I'm going to be honest, like, people, if you're getting attacked by two guys who are twice your size, what are you really to do? What is your brain saying? And if you, like, you usually, people go to, I'm grabbing the first thing I see. We've seen in movies, people break bottles they break bottles they use to defend themselves with broken glass. Like, they pick up sticks, bats, all kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that any of this is justified. I'm just saying this is kind of like a natural reaction when it comes to self-defense, especially when you feel outnumbered. You know what I mean? And I don't think that Austin being outnumbered was taken into consideration with this jury. On top of that, the news is stating that there were no what's the word I'm looking for? There were no people of color. It was an all white jury. Like, how was that? I'm reading that 3 African-American females were removed from the jurors box or removed from jury selection for whatever reason. And I'm hearing that they were 3, I think they worked in like the school system or something like that. And I would think that people who work in the school system would be a viable asset to this case, because they know the inner workings of schools. They see how, like, I work in the school, so I see how certain things happen, how certain things pop off, how cliques of kids band against other kids. And I see how kids defend themselves. Like, some kids, before it even gets there, they try to give off an image of, I'm the roughest, toughest kid, you don't even want to fuck with me. And you know what I mean? That's just a front to try to steer clear, or not even steer clear, but to avoid the situation of happening. Some kids, they take that and they run with that shit. Like, they invite the whole conflict situation. So you never know what you're going to get. But having those people who work in education, who work in the school system, I would have thought would have been a valuable asset to the case. They were removed. And were they removed because they were African American? Like the Tootsie Pop, the world will never know. But they were removed. Like, that was crazy. Another thing that came across my mind is, why did the case gain such national attention the way it did? And beyond the facts of the case, like with the whole unaliving of a teenager, you still had this situation being a very hot topic as far as race, because Karmelo's a young black male and Austin was a young white male. You know what I mean? So the race was one of the situations. Self-defense laws actually started getting reviewed now, because now you're looking at it like, well, how can I defend myself in a situation the way I'm outnumbered by 2 people that are twice my size? Like, what is the law for that? Like, I know I'm not supposed to unalive anyone, but let's just say that happens in the situation to where when I'm protecting myself. Like, how do we go about that? How do we solve that or situate that? And then another thing is how it plays a part with social media, because the way I even found out about it, like, it was buzzing on my social media so crazy, and it was grown people calling for this kid Karmelo Anthony's head. You had grown white people calling for this kid's head, calling for him to be sent to death, electric chair, all of this other stuff. And then you had the other side. You had some ignorant black people who were saying, good for this kid, he got what he deserved, and fuck around and find out, shit like that. Like, none of that applies in this situation. Like, we got 2 kids who made stupid ass decisions. One kid lost his life behind it. The other one is about to lose his life if he cannot work this situation out. Like, this is serious. These are serious matters. You know what I'm saying? And for social media to use it as I don't know, like, that shit was like a ping pong ball in a racial way, like a racial ping pong ball, just to be hitting back and forth for people to talk shit. I'm gonna talk shit from the black side, I'm gonna talk shit from the white side. Y'all was just ping ponging shit back and forth, and it was not even paying attention that there's 2 young lives that are being affected, 2 families that are being affected. Y'all not even seeing the bigger picture. So that just shows, that's another thing. Social media will definitely weed out the ignorance, the ignorance, and show you who has sense and who doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. It also showed how teenagers are treated in the justice system. Like, you know what I mean? When you're a juvenile, like this kid, y'all gotta see Karmelo. Like, Karmelo is an inmate now, bro. Like, bald head, all that shit. The fucking uni. I know his parents, to see their son like that shit breaks their heart into a million Lego pieces. The little shit, the one with the 2 circles on it. And break their shit into a million of those, bro. Because it break my heart to see him like that. And he not even my kid. Like, that shit is just bad, man. I wish, like I said, I wish this whole situation never happened and occurred, but like, this is a national parental eye opener, because all of our kids get into fights, right? Our kids get in a fight at fucking in kindergarten. I had my first fight in kindergarten. I'll never forget it. And a kid, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick LB kindergarten story. I'm drinking water in the classroom. The teacher set us up for the water time or whatever you go. Everybody lines up to drink water. And while I'm drinking water, a kid pushes my ass as I'm bent over and made me hit my mouth on the water fountain. I wait until he started drinking the water fountain. As soon as he put his mouth over that shit, I pushed his whole head down onto that shit. I bust his whole front mouth. Like, I think a tooth came out. I can't remember, but I know he was definitely spitting up crazy blood. Like, I think he cut his gums and all this other shit. I wasn't happy about it, but I definitely was getting my lick back in kindergarten. That's in kindergarten. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Once my father found out, he was pissed that I got in trouble until he found out why I did it. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna, this is, like I said, this is learned behavior. This is all recycled teaching and all that. And my dad was like, oh, well, he hit him first? Well, that's what he get. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be honest, that's exactly what my dad said. Like, anytime somebody hits you, fuck with you, you make sure you get your shit. Like, you make them not want to hit you or fuck with you again. And that's how we always lived our life. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the best teaching. And I'm going to be honest with you. That's not the best teaching. But I had to learn how to tweak that shit as a father. Because once I start getting older, I start seeing certain situations. And I got to use my best judgment. And I need my kids to use their best judgment. Like I said, I work in the school system. So I don't need my kids getting kicked out of school for stupid shit. Especially something that they feel like I told them to do. You know what I mean? Like, kids love to do some dumb shit and say, well, hey, you told me. You gave me permission to do it. So you got to watch out what you tell your kids and how you tell your kids to protect themselves, because that definitely goes a long way. But as far as Karmelo, like, his situation isn't over. I found out that Karmelo's legal team, actually that a civil rights group and a law firm, they picked up his case pro bono, which is dope. You know what I mean? And you figure somebody was going to do that, because, like, Karmelo, I'm being honest, and this is my take, and this don't have nothing to do with my skin color or anything. This just has to do with what I'm observing taking place. I'm feeling that he's being done unjustly. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, there's all kind of cell phone footage. There's all kind of, like, there's so many things that weren't applicable during the trial that's coming out now that should have been. I'm not understanding, how is it coming out now that the verdict was casted? So, excuse me, like I said, like, it just shows how juveniles are treated in the justice system, and this shit is crazy. Like, Karmelo, bro, I'm praying for you. I hope everybody else pray for this dude. I also praying for the Metcalf family. Like I said, y'all may not believe it if y'all ever do watch my content, but I definitely pray for y'all. I pray for y'all because y'all lost a child. You know what I'm saying? I pray for anyone who loses a child, and I pray that your son that you have left, that he doesn't, like, that his mental spaces heals. Like his mental capacity heals, because I know he's shattered right now. That's his brother. He feels nothing but anger. He can see nothing but red. But I want that boy to understand the gravity of the situation him and his brother were in and where they're at now. That's the most important thing, like, for real. Be a viable asset to community, bro. Make your parents proud. Like, you know what I mean? Make your brother proud. Live in your brother's honor and in his name, and do great things in his name and in his honor. Like, that's all you really have left, right? Not all you really have left, but you should look to strive to do that just for your brother, just for the situation that you guys were in. Yeah, you already know me. I got some more stuff to talk about, but I'm gonna just give y'all a quick couple of minutes on that, just because I haven't given y'all nothing of substance in a while. While I got y'all, check out my last video I just put up. So y'all know this is June. This is like June 20. What is this? Today is the 26th. And my birthday was the 13th. So I was in the Grill, Jamaica for about 8 days. Me and my family, my brothers, my wife, we was living it up. We was doing it up. Go check out that content. I got a Negril, I got a BFF 46 lap tour, part 1, part 2. Go check those out. Part 2, we was in hedonism. So if you know what hedonism is, you might, I wink, you might want to go check that out. You already know. And lastly, before I go, please, y'all see what it is. I got merch. You already know. The effing family. Holla at me, man. I'm doing these oversized shirts. I'm trying to stay active and trying to stay relevant with the YNs and the YGs, you know, the young knuckleheads and the young girls. So I got what y'all need. You know what I'm saying? Oversized shirts, regular t-shirts. I got them in all colors. You see what it is. The effing family. All colors. Like, come holla at me. Every t-shirt, $25 a shirt. If you buy more than one shirt, let's just say you get 3 shirts, they start to become $20. So you could get 5 shirts, different shirts for $100. You already know. I even got you Knicks fans covered. Just so y'all be thinking I be hating on the Knicks. I'm a New Yorker, but I'm just not a Knicks fan. Okay, OKC, you dig? Y'all already know what it is. I don't need to say more. But still, check out. This is the new family. This is the character that I'm running with. I'm running with Curtis and his family. He was created by Ray Billingsley, the comic strip artist. I've been rocking with Curtis since 1998, yo. Like, I was 8 years old. I've been drawing this comic out of the Daily News since I was 8 years old. Him and Marvin. But Curtis stood out to me. That's the only black family I ever seen in comics until now. Like, now you got the Proud Family on Disney. All that's cool. But the first to do it was Curtis, Greg, Lil Barry, all of them. The whole effing family, you feel me? Like, we was out here, they was out here. They was the first to do it. My man Greg was the first cartoon dad I ever seen, you know what I'm saying? His son over here clipping his toenails, and he like, yo, what is this flying past me? Toenails, you know what I'm saying? Out here talking to his sons, because that's what we do as black effing fathers. We out here giving and guiding our kids, man, trying to make sure that they successful in life. So holla at me, please. If you have any interest in any of the merch, please just leave a message in the comments. Please comment on the videos. Tell me, you know, give me your thoughts on Karmelo and his situation, Austin's family, the black effing family. You already know, the world in general. Just holla at your boy. I appreciate everybody who subscribe to the channel. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please do something cool in your life and subscribe. Become part of the effing family. You already know. I'll appreciate you, and we trying to take over the world, Pinky and the Brain style. But yeah, I will be back with more content for y'all. I got so much shit coming up. It's the summertime, so you already know. Look out for some more trips. Like I said, my channel is for the black father. You know what I'm saying? I represent us. I cannot do nothing more than show you how I live. And if I get a chance to introduce y'all to some cool black fathers who out there doing the same thing, I'm going to do that also. So please check out my videos, the way I live, the way me and my wife run around the world and live life. Also, check me out now. I am now streaming on Roku. I am on the High Times Network. That is HYGHTYMES, High Times Network. I want to send a shout out to my man, Mr. C. Appreciate you, bro, for throwing me on the network. We about to make this shit blow up like BET. Yeah. BFF out of here.